Hello YouTubers, Charles here, and when we left off last time we had just landed on the moon and taken some science and surface samples and material bay reading and goo readings. I think there is one thing we did miss though, and that would be a crew report, so let's get that now. So let's keep that data. So we got everything we can from this location. So it's about time we head off to another spot. We're right now situated in the Twin Craters. You can see it's a bigger crater and a smaller crater that are sort of, yeah, you can see it better here, sort of connected. And I think the next place we want to go would be this crater. It looks a little darker and deeper than the others, and if I am correct, it counts as a Midlands crater. Several of the larger craters in the Midlands, but not the truly massive ones, count as Midland craters, and that's one of the smaller ones, but it happens to be really close by. Also close by, outside of the Twin Craters here, is just normal Midlands, so we'll want to stop there as well, hopefully, and then we'll hopefully get back into orbit and rendezvous with the orbiter, process our science, and refuel. So I think we're ready to take off here. We want to head basically directly north from where we are, but we're kind of twisted compared to the orientation of the nav ball, but hopefully everything will work out. So I'm going to throttle up here in just a few seconds, and let's do this. All the guys look ready, so let's lift off in 3, 2, 1. We're going to aim north here. Let's turn on SAS because that's going to help us, and try to check the map. Probably at this point we just want to get moving too fast here, because that just means it takes more fuel later to slow down. Just going to thrust upwards until this extends out into this crater, which is our target. Let's pull the ball up here. Just going to let it go to a little past the center. Something like that is good. And right about here, I'm going to add a maneuver. You just want to slow down and come straight down. So that's only going to be 90 meters per second. And this may be the only hop we do this time, because we're getting a little low on fuel. And we want to make sure we make it back into orbit without an issue here. Alright, so this is the crater right here. Looks like it's got a smaller crater right in its center. Hard to see that from the map view, but alright, we've reached the top of our flight here, and we're heading down again. Yeah, I don't want to really... That aiming point was just sort of a guideline at best. Alright, we are over the crater, but yeah, I just want to glide out here a little bit more. And we're going to start burning here in just, say, now. Just trying to kill horizontal velocity. Something like that. Let's get rid of that. And we're just slowing down here to a manageable speed. The sun is still pretty much directly over us. No, didn't want to click that. Oh, there's our shadow. Let's fall a little faster here. We got some distance. Close now, slowing down decently. 2 meters per second. It's well within the safe. And there we go, we're on the ground. We only have about a quarter fuel left, so we're not going to make another hop from here. I was hoping we could, but we want to make sure we can get back into orbit. We don't want to be stuck here. So let's do some science. Let's observe the materials bay. We're in the moon's Midlands. Not the Midlands Crater, as I was hoping. This is fine, though. We haven't been to the Midlands. Let's keep the data. Observe the mystery goo. And keep the data, not transmit. Take a temperature reading. Keep the data. Log some seismic data. Keep it. Take a gravity scan and keep it. Let's go on EVA. We'll have C-Free go on EVA this time. First, we'll do an EVA report. Ooh, from just a. Oh, I wonder if we can. This is not going to be worth anything, so let's, Ooh! You're supposed to turn on your pack there. Alright, let's keep that data. Let's take a surface sample. And let's keep that data. Plant a flag. moon's second landing. Yep. Let's... If this isn't the crater... Which one is it? That one looks darker on the map. I thought that might have been it. Wondering if it's this little one over here. And if it is, we can still get a surface sample, potentially. Alright, let's EVA up here. Let's turn on your little rocket pack. Take a jump up. Turn your lights. There we go. Grab on. Let's take all the data. And then if we board, we should be able to now take another crew report from the moon's Midlands. Okay. Just looking at the map here to try to figure out what crater. We're gonna go on a little adventure. Let's send Nelrie out on this adventure. No, not board. Let go R. We got plenty of RCS. I think I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, that's the lip of the crater there. I want to make sure I get back before I run out of RCS fuel. Maybe further than I thought it was. Alright, gonna have to stop soon. Don't want to use more than 2 units, and we're almost there. Okay, we're still in the Midlands, and not gonna make it over to there. Yeah, we're like 4 kilometers away. quite a... Oh, we were heading for that one, huh? I guess I wanted to head for that one. Oh well. It probably wouldn't have been any better. As in, I probably wouldn't... Well, I might have been able to get in that one. Oh yeah, we went way up this cliff wall here. Yeah, right now I'm just thrusting down. You have enough forward velocity. Should have a little compass on the guys, because I got turned around. I wanted to go over that lower wall. Where's my shadow? There it is. We're pretty high. And getting lower. Just about a kilometer away now. Alright, gonna begin slowing down now. Down to the warning level on RCS fuel here. Doors over this side. Turn on your lights. Come on. That wasn't good. Board. Oh, barely any RCS left. Okay, well, how are we doing here? Well, the orbiter's coming around, and it's going to be passing pretty close to directly overhead. I would say that we should launch and then get in a higher orbit, but we're getting a little low on fuel, so we probably want to get into a lower orbit, but that means it should be ahead of us. So I'm going to time warp a bit here. Something about like that. I'm going to set the ship as our target. Alright, that's northeast. East is 90. Yeah, the ship is like there. We're going to take off and try to rendezvous. So there's no time like the present, so let's do it. 3, 2, 1. That's not too bad. Gonna try to get up to about 15 or so. Let's say 20 kilometers. Something that's pretty good. I think we actually have plenty of fuel. What is... Yeah, that's too high of an apoapsis. How we doing? We're looking good. Alright, we need another maneuver here just to correct our orbit. That should be good. Alright, our first burn here is going to be about a 40-second burn in about a minute and 20. And this will get us into orbit. As long as we get into orbit, we'll be good. Worst comes to worst, then we can change the orbiter's orbit here to come meet up with us. But, you know, that's coming up in just about 50 seconds. I want to start at about 20 to go, so about 25 seconds from now. Orbiter's way in front of us. A little over 100 kilometers. Don't think we'll need it, but I'll turn on RCS, and we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, burn. And I'm going to put up the gears. I don't need them at this point. And it looks like the fuel will hold out for us achieving orbit. So let's see, target. Alright, we have made orbit. $18 by 20. That's decent. Our next burn will be a 4-second burn. And it'll just help us correct our orbit here, and then it'll take a few orbits to catch back up to the orbiter. But yeah, it looks like one orbit will catch up to be about 68 kilometers away. And we're about a minute away from that burn. And then we can process our science and refuel and look for new places to land. This would be a pretty good spot, except it's starting to get eclipsed. Although this is a known place, or known different biome. This canyon is a known different biome, and this, I'm pretty sure, is a known different biome. Well, let's keep in this view. We got, I'm gonna start about 5 seconds. I'm gonna only do half throttle. And let's go. And that's, well, we're slightly off, but it's pretty close. Close enough that I won't worry about it. Turn off RCS. And, we're in orbit. And we're all lined up. We just need to catch up. So let's do a few orbits here. Can't go faster than 50x though. That's okay, it doesn't take us too long to orbit around. And there's our target. A little over 100 kilometers out. A separation of about 70 kilometers here. Alright, next time it's going to be a separation of 7 kilometers. So that tells me you know what, let's that was too much. Let's can we get that to stay up? I thought you could click on these and okay, it's not cooperating. That's way in the wrong direction. Eight 8.1, 7.6, 7.5. That can help. 5.1. That's way too much. 6.2. 3.2. Four 4.5, 4.3, 4.2, 4.3, 4.2. Now if I adjust this one a little, .7, .8 looks about as close as we can. 0.7. That's about as good as we're gonna get. You know what, we need to... We're not going far enough out. That's... .9. .8. There we go. .4. That's even better. Don't want to get any closer than that because don't want to risk hitting. Alright, so we got a burn in about 25 minutes. That is just a few meters per second. You can see we're getting closer and closer. 9 minutes to the burn. Alright, we're 2 minutes from the burn. Let's get this all set up. And it's probably going to be really, well, it's 6 meters per second. It's going to be really short, even with minimal thrusting, or minimal thrust on the engines. And it's just going to kick us up slightly into the higher orbit So we get out there at the same time we're closest to the orbiter. And probably going to start this 5 seconds ago and just apply minimal thrust and perhaps switch to RCS if necessary for fine-tuning. Alrighty. About 10 seconds. Ooh, and the sun breaks over, and let's start thrusting. Okay, that should be perfect. Alright. Now let's just, time warp until we're, pretty close. How we doing on the map? Oh, we still got plenty of time. Still have about a quarter of an orbit to go. Still skimming over the surface. Alright, we're going to have to match orbits here, which means speeding up slightly. And just put that there to figure out exactly in which direction, or approximately in which direction we'll actually, we want to match orbits, which means zeroing out our speed relative to the target, and that's the negative vector of our difference in velocity. So we want to thrust in this direction. And just want to hit about 500 meters away. We'll do that. Getting close. Let's let this get as close as possible. Alright, this should be just about fine, I think. Let's... And we've stopped just about 400 meters away. Let's point at our target. And from now on I'm going to use RCS. Get maybe 4 meters per second. Actually, not even that. We're approaching quickly enough. It's going to take us a bit of time to stop, so... It's a bit hard to see with the label in the way, but I hope we're approaching the correct end. If not, we can just flip around and come in from the other side. Let's just start heading there. And I'm going to start slowing down when we're 100 meters away. Gives us, well, about 30 seconds to slow down in. If we had kept the speed the whole time. Of course, we'll be slowing down, so it'll be more than that. Alright, let's bring it down to about a meter per second. And I believe we are approaching from the correct side. I'm gonna flip around here. And navigate this way. Let's hold up here. And I think I am going past it in the direction I want. So coming in on the side, I want to basically come around and come in that way. something like that. No, no. How about we, we're going past here. I think I'm doing this a bit of the hard way. And let's switch to doing this the easy way. We're going to switch over to this ship. And we're going to set the docking port as our target. We are pointed directly at the ship now, and we're coming in at 0.2 meters per second. Now we're not going to stay lined up like this. As we orbit around, our positioning is going to change. You can see we're slightly drifting off course here. Just a few minor corrections. We can speed this process up a bit though. And then when we get down to about 10 meters, slow it back down. And that will mean less corrections. Getting a little hard to see, but it should come in. We got lights aimed forward here. 18 meters. 15 meters coming into the light. 13 meters. Slowing down. Two. 0.2 meters per second, 6 meters away, 0.1 meter per second. There we go. And that is how you dock. Okay. How are we doing on? Let us refuel. Transfer in. Disable crossfeed. Of course, as soon as I clicked, it stopped transferring the fuel. And that's not the fuel tank I wanted to take it from, is it? Maybe it is. I think it is actually. 6, 6, and 8, yeah. Okay. And then I'll just balance these out. About 160. Not in. That's close enough. All right. We need a time warp around to the sunny side. RCS should not be on. Let's EVA here. Grab board. Grab and board, and Can we view stored data? EVA report. We're gonna transmit that. Surface sample we're gonna take back home with us. It's worth a whole lot more recovered. EVA report. Surface sample. Crew report. The surface samples. And keep the surface samples. Process data. We're not going to process the surface sample. Let's process the materials bay. And basically, I'm just going to be processing and then transmitting back the process data. Since we've seen this already, I think I'm going to call it an episode here. And next time we'll land at another location and get some more science. Detailed analysis. Let's broadcast that. Transmit it. So, I'll see you guys next time. And thanks for watching this episode of Kerbal Space Program First Contract. Let's analyze that gravity scan.